Hey there, it's me, a grown man who still loves watching cartoons, and I told you it wasn't a phase, Mom! You know, it's a wonder that I got married in the first place, but it's also a wonder that somehow she hasn't divorced me, since almost every single evening I love turning on one show in our bedroom. I'm sitting in my marriage bed with my wife, and I turn on this show every single night, and that show is The Amazing World of Gumball. Something about it, I used to like it when I was a kid, but it seems like as I've gotten older, I've just enjoyed it more, which is interesting. It seems like the jokes are hitting better, the absurdity just makes me feel good inside. It feels like a lot of things are going to change in life, but the one thing that doesn't is that every single night I get to look at Darwin's feet. I genuinely think it's probably the best thing that Cartoon Network has put out since I was a kid. I've never been a big fan of a regular show. I know that people are going to say that. Don't even come into this comment section saying that. I will fight you. So I was just bruising the old tube like you do in the bathroom at work, and I found a video that really got me excited. Oh yeah, baby. That's like music to my eyeballs. And after watching this trailer about 4.5 times, I have a lot of thoughts. Most of them are pretty positive, but there is one glaring issue that I'll talk about after I talk about the positives. So starting off with the things that are good, the show has not lost its sharp edge, I don't think. At least not from the trailers. It seems like they've gotten the jokes pretty down pat for this show. I think the bit with like the Tesla, the robot taxi, is actually pretty funny.
Doors locked. Destination, bottom of Elmore Lake. Weather today, warm, sunny, with a gentle breeze.
Oh, that one's not so bad.
It's midwinter. Climate change!
Like, there was a few times where I think that this show probably is still going to be as funny as the original show. I love seeing new footage of this crazy, wacky world that they live in. Or, like, I guess what you might call the amazing world that they live in. We'll get back to that title in a little bit. It just feels good to see this screenshot right here. Like, that just feels right. This all just feels good to me. The title, I suppose, is fine. Like, if you're going to do a reboot of a show, I don't really understand why you need to change the name. But cool, if this is going to be a different thing that's a little bit different than the original show, cool, name it something different. And I think the wonderfully weird world of Gumball. Actually, I was going to praise that, but that's really hard for me to say. The wonderfully weird world of Gumball. The wonderfully weird world of Gumball. Never mind, put that in the negatives. Speaking of negatives, I do have a couple of things that I don't really like. One, I just don't like seeing Disney being a part of this at all. I understand that they own Fox and they own everything at this point, but I don't like that Disney now owns The Amazing World of Gumball. Just because I'm sick of Disney being a monopoly. I'm sick of Disney thinking that they can have everything of my childhood. No, Disney, you can't. Back off. Not that I'm gonna do anything. I am a little YouTuber. You know, you're a billion, almost $1 trillion company, but stop it anyway. And then finally, the thing that I actually have an issue with is probably something that you're gonna be kind of surprised about. And that's that I hate the new Gumball voice.
Some said I vanished. But the truth? I was just gearing up for something bigger.
I think he sounds horrible in this show. And I get it, okay? This is something that the show has had to deal with since its inception. That if you want to make a show about squeaky, prepubescent boys, they don't stay that way forever. You need to change hands every once in a while. And actually, I think the original show did it like 3 times. But it seems like I can watch any part of the first show, and even though I can tell that it's a different person playing this character, I still hear this character, Gumball. I don't feel that way with this new voice, though. I think this new voice is actually horrible. Now, I'm sure it's one of those things that I will get over the moment I start watching the show, but every time I've seen this trailer, I think that is so distracting. And also, I like I said, I do get that prepubescent boys don't stay that way forever, but they all sound the same. So how hard would it have been to find somebody who sounded more like the original Gumball in this new show? I don't know. I guess I'm pretty excited about it. It premieres July 28th. I will be doing a video on it because I'm trying to post a new video very, very regularly on this channel. And hey, by the way, I don't like plugging it. I feel like if you like this channel, you kind of already know the YouTube things to do, but I would appreciate it if you did click that subscribe button because I like coming on here, goofing around, joking around, and I just want to build a community of friends who like doing the same thing. So if you want to do that, please click that subscribe button, like this video and all that YouTube stuff. Hey, also, if you subscribe, you defeat this piece of little turd. Derek, he's a villain. He's somebody who lurks in the background of all of my videos. You might not see him, but he's there. He regularly tries to put dye inside of your shampoo because he's just a little nuisance. So if you want to defeat him, click that subscribe button. Anyway, back to what we're talking about here. I think the new Gumball show is going to be good. I'm excited for it. If Disney does as good with this as they did with Phineas and Ferb, I think that this is going to be fine, and I will be watching it. And it's nice to have a little bit of new Gumball content that me and my wife can watch before bedtime. So that's all I got to say about that. Okay, love ya. Bye.